Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your June 2023 tarot reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's the Celtic crossword as always. And I'll also pull the 4 agreements, wisdom, oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology ice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have Virgo. And Virgo is your 5th house of romance, creativity, and children. Astrologically speaking, there's not really anything going on there yet, but it could just be a focus on area of life for you guys. We have Saturn, and Saturn's actually in Pisces, which for you guys is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes. And Saturn will start to go retrograde in June, around the midway point. And actually we see 5 again. So like I mentioned, 5th house energy for you guys is Virgo, which is romance, creativity, children. So again, like I said, there could be some focus on an area of life for you guys this month. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started. In the main situation position, we have the 9 of Wands. And challenging that, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So seeing these 2 cards here, for me, says that maybe you guys could have suffered a financial setback recently. And if that's the case, I feel like this is saying that the full moon that we have in Sagittarius in June is actually going to be the key for giving you a little bit more clarity around how to fix the situation. So for a lot of you, I don't feel like it was a major financial setback, but definitely something that took you off guard and maybe led you to believe that there could be more of it to come. For some of you, it could be something like where maybe you applied for a promotion at your job or something along those lines, and you might have got passed over for the opportunity, or at least you didn't hear back, so you might have felt like you got passed over for the opportunity. It seems to be something along those lines, primarily related to finances in some way. All right, in the foundation position, we have Judgment. So this is the representation of something coming back around. Usually I view this as Scorpio energy, which for you guys is your 7th house of contracts, partnerships, and relationships. So yeah, it could be as simple as that. So like I said, if you guys maybe felt like you got passed up for a promotion or a raise or something along those lines, you might hear news this month that it wasn't the case. I don't have to remind you guys, of course, that you guys went through Mercury retrograde that we pretty much just wrapped up. The post-retrograde cycle will end right at the start of June. So could it be as simple as that? You know, maybe there was some confusion around that time, but now you're going to get more clarity on it this month. All right, in the past position, we have Temperance, so more Sagittarius energy. So could this be saying that you might have been feeling a lot more balanced around the situation? And then, like I said, it could just be as simple as maybe the retrogrades and the eclipse season, of course, might have just thrown things a little bit out of whack for you guys. But again, like I said, either way, I feel like that Sagittarius full moon is going to be key in giving you the clarity around what took place there. All right, in the present position, we have the 7 of Cups. So speaking of clarity, this is almost the opposite of having clarity, right? So yeah, like I said, it could still be some confusion. I mean, we're still clearing the dust of the Mercury retrograde that was in your sign. So I'm sure you felt it more significantly than other signs did. And yeah, could just be saying that that's where you're at right now. Maybe you had multiple options at play, right? And you just weren't sure which way to go. And if so, again, going back to the job thing, right? If you felt like you got passed over for an offer, you might feel like you might have made the wrong choice there, right? So you could be feeling disappointed, like, oh, I had these other opportunities available to me. I put all my eggs in one basket. It didn't pan out the way I liked, right? So could be something along those lines there. In the near future position, we have the Ace of Cups. So yeah, to me, this is another thing along with the Judgment in the foundation position that says to me that you might actually hear news of a new offer. So maybe it's not that exact thing from the past, right, that you might have felt like you got passed up for. But I feel like this is saying that there's an opportunity that's going to be coming your way this month. Possibly a new one. Like I said, for some of you, could be revisiting the previous one, where, like I said, it could have been as simple as there might have been delays. And you might have felt like you were rejected for the opportunity, but it could have been that they might have been a little backlogged and now they might reach out. Or it could be something totally new. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Ace of Swords. So this is a good card to see here, especially given that you guys went through that retrograde, because to me it shows that you're going to be very mentally sharp this month. So if there was a lack of clarity and some confusion around the situation, which it looks like you still could be experiencing that to an extent, given that we have the Seven of Cups in the present, looks like it will be clearing up for you guys this month and actually going to get a lot of clarity and insight into what was going on with the situation. All right, in the environment position, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, to me, this is another indicator that you will be getting some kind of offer this month. Now, seeing this here, it can say that for some of you, maybe it's not the exact thing that you were initially hoping for, but it does seem to be a genuine offer and at least a step up from where you've been. So it could just be one of those things where maybe there's going to be some compromise around the situation, but it does look like you will be receiving an offer. All right, in hopes or fears position, we have the Nine of Cups. So I'm going to assume this is a hope for the majority of you. I'm just saying that you hope to just be able to rest on your experiences, right? So we see the 9 energy there. It looks a lot more intense, but here we see a lot more relaxed energy, right? Just letting things come to you, being in the flow as far as that goes. And that could just be the energy that you're hoping to embody right now. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Two of Swords. So yeah, this could just be saying you might be trying to make a decision around the situation. So for some of you, it could be more than one offer that might come your way. And now there could be a little bit of confusion around which one to go with in that regard, right? So yeah, for a lot of you, like I said, this seems to be more of a financial read than anything, where, like I said, maybe you put your resume out there, let's say, and you might have felt like you weren't getting any calls back around the situation, but now you might find that, okay, just when you might have given up hope on it, you might end up getting at least one, possibly even two separate offers that come your way. Now you could just be trying to figure out, all right, which one of these do I want to go with? All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. So to see that at the bottom of the deck does say to me that whatever the situation is, it looks like there's a lot of potential for stability within it. So I feel like it's one of those things that, you probably will take your time to make the decision. But I feel like this is a good indicator, along with that Ace of Swords energy, that the offer you do accept will actually be a long-standing one. And if this represents the person who's extending the offer to you, could just point to maybe why it might have seemed like it took so long for the offer to come your way. Because this could be a person that really likes to isolate and really dig deep and figure out, okay, who do I want to extend this offer to? And interestingly enough, beneath that, we do see the Hierophant, which is the major arcana card for your sign. So yeah, that looks like things will be working out in a positive manner for the majority of you. All right, moving on to your 4 agreements card, we have Don't Make Assumptions. There we go. And it says communicate with clarity. All right, it says communicate with others as clearly as you can to avoid misunderstandings, sadness, and drama. If all humans would communicate with impeccability of the word, all of our relationships would change. There would be no wars, no violence, no misunderstandings. So, that might sound a little overly optimistic, right? But at the very least, it seems like a good message as far as, like I said, you guys are still dealing with the post-shadow energy of the Mercury retrograde we just had. But when we get into June, it'll officially be wrapped up. So June seems like it'll probably be a much better month for communication for you guys compared to any difficulties you might have experienced in May. All right, moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Breathe. There's the artwork, and the number is 29. So let's see what this has to say. And just seeing that makes me think that maybe it's saying that, hey, it's not so much a matter of lost opportunities, but maybe just you might need to be a little patient for them to pan out the way you were hoping. All right, essential meanings says patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, trust. The Oracle's message, patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow the life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles will appear. So definitely a pretty positive message there. And also that made me think of the fact that seeing the Sagittarius energy reminds me that you guys have Jupiter in your sign as well now. So that could bring more recognition your way as well and just make you more visible in general. All right, the relationship message says don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So yeah, that message for sure too. Like I said, this didn't seem largely like a love reading, although there's quite a few cup energies in the spread, to be fair. And seeing the King of Cups energy there, like I said, whoever this was who might be extending the offer to you might just say that they might really take their time and dig deep before they decide, hey, who do I want to extend this offer to? So if this is in more of a relationship context and how this is playing out, that could represent why it might have taken quite a while for them to step forward. Right, the prosperity message says you have worked long and hard, your dreams are coming to fruition, and you want to hurry things along. You are the slow one moving languidly, yet still progressing right now, in a rhythm dictated by your authentic nature, the essence of your dream, and the will of the universe. Slow and steady wins the race. You will indeed win if you relax, stay the course, trust your intuition, and breathe. So yeah, again, pretty positive message there. So yeah, like I said, it could just be one of those things where maybe you felt like things were flowing well with the retrograde energies and eclipse season. It might just seem to bring things to a halt, and now you're going to start getting that forward momentum again, and that'll help you ease into the situation. All right, lastly, we have Mudra for you guys. This is your Mudra here. It's the Trishula Mudra. The keyword for it is destruction. Right, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it to take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says it removes obstacles on the spiritual path, serves as a spiritual weapon against ignorance, laziness, doubt, egoism, attachment, and aversion. So if that sounds like a movie you think would be beneficial for you guys, I'll put the name in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.